G'day, I'm Ben from Catch Pro Australia, and this is Lawn Care Skull Sessions with my co-host, the bearded lawnsman. BJ, how are you?
Buska, really good, bro.
That's good.
It's a bit chilly.
It is a little chilly now. We've had some rain. Not too bad today. It's the new financial year now, so it all begins again.
Truth be told, this podcast was another disaster. We had a bit of a failure in audio again, so we're here on Sunday morning recording, as this is the only time that we could get together.
So it's a reshoot.
A reshoot.
Which doesn't really suit us that well.
I know you'd rather be out there playing with your fish.
If you can find them.
I know.
Yeah, so I had some interesting comments about my little pond.
Yeah.
Lots of suggestions to get some turtles.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted to do anyway, but I'm just kind of easing into it because I'm not a fish guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not a pond guy either.
It looks good though. It's nice and clean, and the water's clean, even though we had some rain.
It's nice and clean. Going to get a few more plants and maybe a few more little feature things.
Yep.
We've got like 15 fish in there, but man.
I saw one, and then you had to stick your hand under a rock and a few more popped out.
Yeah. So, no, it's a bit of fun with the kiddies in the holidays.
Very cool.
Just speaking of the new financial year, do you generally treat your years as calendar years or financial years?
Nah, financial years sort of makes sense to us these days.
Yeah. Because, it's funny, even in Catch Pro, I find it difficult to get into the financial year groove. I always talk about, let's say, catches sold or products sold, and I always just go from January 1st.
Yeah, well, see, we were just talking, and our app resets, so everything just goes back to zero.
Yep.
And it's just like, time to fucking do it again.
Yeah. I think
set all your new goals. I don't know if your invoicing program's the same, but ours doesn't make us, but it gets us to set all new goals for the year and targets for the weeks and then months and then end of the year.
Probably not previewed to that side of it just because Vicky handles, all that stuff.
I just get told about it. I don't do any of it.
I guess what's a little bit disheartening about when it clicks over to the new financial year is that business is usually kind of down.
Yeah.
You're not running, on any, you know what I mean? It's cruising.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing this year. Normally, everybody tries to get all their invoices paid by the end of the year, but fucking not this year. We got a lot of outstanding money, which is a bit annoying. And
I've got to be honest, I didn't experience a really mad rush.
Oh, really?
For people to buy. Some people wanted trimmer racks and stuff that we didn't have in stock, and they wanted to pay up before the financial year and things like that. So we had a little bit of that, but there wasn't I wouldn't say there was a rush.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. There was a few cash cannons I saw go off, but nothing too extreme. I think everyone's sort of holding back a little bit. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 12 months?
I think it's going to be another really lucrative season. We've seen lots and lots of wetness again, and for the amount of rain that I can't necessarily speak for other states and territories here. We didn't have that much rain, but you still saw a lot of puddles on the ground.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that there is still nowhere for that water to go.
Yeah.
So as soon as we start getting temperatures above 16 degrees at night, the season, mate, she's going to be on.
It's going to get turned on real quick. I think we had sort of perfect rain for this kind of weather anyway. It was light and it was constant for a day, and then it kind of...
Probably 2 days, yeah.
Yeah, you get about 2 days. It was on and off.
On and off, yeah.
But it was nice and light. It was a good time. Threw some fertiliser out on my buff and just to get a little bit healthier. Because we had a big... winter saps the life out of my grass so quick because it's in shade and the winds rip through because we're quite close to the coast, and it gets real dry real quick, so it needed a good drink.
And apparently there is some more coming, and I think essentially I do think it's going to be a super lucrative season. This might be the tail end of that really sort of high density summer season. Hopefully it doesn't get as dry as what we had experienced in the past. Yeah, I've always found with this industry, it's like too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry.
Never perfect.
It's, the last 4 weeks have been beautiful working weather.
They're pretty much the best weeks of the year so far. Not sweating, not having to down like 15 litres of water to stay alive. But no, it was really good. So hopefully...
And usually it's hard to get motivated. Like we've spoken about that before. Like you've got time to think about it. You've got time to sort of get all your work done. And sometimes that doesn't give you that push that you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't drive you to sort of... you sort of just chill a little bit, which I think is also good and important. But at the same time, sometimes when you're running hard, that's when you see your most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I feel
and that's when things happen organically too.
Yeah, I've kind of let myself down over this cold period. I think with the new.
You ran pretty hard though, dude.
Yeah, I did, but I feel like I shouldn't take my foot off the gas just yet. I've got so much to do, not just in work life, but at home life. Like, I still haven't even bought racking for the shed. There's basically, a couple of machines in there and a couple of bits of extra Colorbond, and I'm like, fuck, get in there, do it. Got to dismantle the pool area and all that sort of stuff as well from the fire, and I'm just like, I don't really want to do that, eh?
Yeah.
But I know I got to do it. I'll probably go home and do it after this.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Coming off the back of the Zero Turn Mower Features episode, that was a fun little episode.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I liked, sort of discussing that stuff. We've had some feedback as well.
I stressed too in the show notes that it wasn't a best of. It was like a bit of a across the board, like things we did love, things we don't love.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to, like, if we were going to say the best Zero Turn mower features, then what we think is the best is maybe not what other people would think. So it's just a general discussion about Zero Turn mower features. Sure. Now, since then, I was actually doing some product research or market research. Cox mowers are looking to bring in the right, I can't remember if it's the Intensity or the Sport, but it's got a 42-inch mower deck.
Oh, okay, the Stander.
Yeah, which is, look, I think they might be the only brand that does one. And it was funny, they reached out to me just to get my thoughts. Now, 42 has been Australia's most popular deck size.
Yep.
And even Skag has now a 42.
Yeah, the Aussie deck.
But I always have felt that with the impact of your 32s and 34s, not that there's tons of 34s out there, but there's a lot more 32s, right?
There's a lot more 32s and 36s, I think, nowadays.
Yeah, and so I've just always felt like that 36 and 42 decks are the odd ones out.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
A little bit, yeah. Because when I was looking at the 32, like, it was chalk and cheese. Like, you're either going to get through those gates or you're not.
Yeah.
So you're going to hit the 36, you're not going to get through the 32 deck, the 32 gates, and that's the majority of gates these days.
Now, I put a thread up on LMCA and there was really great interaction. I do think it ends up coming down to horses for courses.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of meat on the bone there, as we say. A dealer, Tom Benson, who's a pretty knowledgeable guy, he sort of made the point that really engine sizes and hydros and wheel sizes come into play a little bit too, because you can, people were sort of saying like you can mow 2 acres quicker on a 36 V ride than you can on a 42, I'm just going to say Raptor, just because it's, Hustler Raptor.
Well, take my Clipper and my Clipper and my V-Rod. I did a property, that I used to do with the Clipper, and I did it way faster with the 32.
Yeah.
Just because it was what?
Well, it's got
4 or 5 Ks an hour quicker.
Yeah. Now, I'd have to track down the comments. I don't have them. I just remember seeing it off the top of my head. Someone had mentioned something about our last episode, how on earth are you getting 17 or 18 Ks out of a V ride? Now, that is specifically from the 48 up.
Yeah.
So if you've got a 32 or a 36, they do have a lower end.
So it's about 14. Yeah. So about 14 Ks an hour on the 32.
Yeah.
And the thing with the 32 is it's also running the same running gear basically as the 36. So
that's right. So I might just see if we can track down some of these comments. We actually have a comment from John Thorburn. He said, wow, finally caught up. Been on a trip with you guys, banging through the episodes since discovering the podcast, working as a solo operator here in Scotland.
No way.
That's pretty cool. So,
thanks, John. That's awesome.
So, John, thanks for coming along with us. It was Mark that commented, how are you guys getting 18 Ks an hour out of a V ride? Advertised speed is B's dick under 14 Ks. So, as we mentioned, that is for the smaller deck sizes.
Yeah.
I'll see what else we have here. I believe that there was another. So we got Jaden Ribchester. He commented at the contractors meetup, which they must have had down in Melbourne. My Cub Cadet Pro Z 48 and my Skag V Ride 32. He was talking about the Cub Cadet being a fair bit quicker. Now, I think I had made some comments saying that the Pro Z I felt was slow.
Yeah.
Now, like that was also not in regard to the 32.
Yeah.
That was, to machines within its weight class.
So that's it.
42, 52, 54s, whatever.
Yeah, as soon as you jump off the 36 into a 48, everything gets beefed up. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think that there would be that many situations where I would, compare top end speeds from 48s to 32s.
Yeah.
When we're sort of talking a little bit about some of these deck sizes, obviously there is a lot of variables.
Yeah.
And the reason why it was brought up is because a lot, like 42, all of your, I'm going to say domestic and prosumer models, everything's got a 42, right? Or your Huskies or your Deers or your Graveleys, everything. And those decks are not necessarily in the US market.
No.
That's why I actually find it really strange that Wright has one.
Yeah. Well, I know with Skag, Rob went into bat for Australia because he knew that it was such an important deck to have here. And it took a little while and he got it across
10 years too late, I think.
It's still, they're selling a lot.
They will.
Yeah.
Of course they will. 36 to 48 is a really big jump.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that 42 is anywhere near as important as what it was. Yeah. Now, that's the reason why, that is the reason why for the thread and the discussion in the first place, because I am wrong so much.
Yeah, me too. Just ask my wife.
I had a discussion over at Power Up Lawn Care about for Bush Ranger the shape of these guards.
Yeah. And
I'm like, nah, man, this one. And they're like, no. The feedback that we're getting is this one. And I was like, fuck this, I'll put up a thread. And sure enough, I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
So it's good to get that market research and hear from the peoples.
Mm-hmm. We are the People's Podcast.
So, did we have any other housekeeping?
Yeah, we've got a few reviews. We'll get to a few reviews.
Because we haven't really sort of, I guess since the comp, we haven't really...
Yeah, not really. I'll throw a few through. We've got one from Tanya. Entertaining and informative. Starting listening a few months ago. I started a gardening and lawn care rubbish removal business at the end of last year in Victoria. It's been great listening to you guys while at work. Super informative. Thanks heaps for the tips. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your review.
Another one from Benny Zan. Another Benny. The Best Lawn Care Podcast. Oh, thank you. Absolutely love pumping this podcast twice a week. A wealth of knowledge between the duo. Can't recommend it enough. Thank you very much. And another one from Nick2222. Unreal. Love listening to the show. Makes the day so much easier, especially being a solo operator. Cheers, boys. Have a good one. Langy's Lawns. Oh, Langy. Man, that guy saved my bacon. He is the guy who took his 32-inch V-Ride, put the 36-inch V-Ride's tyres on it, and he had a spare tyre. One of my boys busted a tyre. And they're on their way, but yeah, just a few days or a few weeks out. So yeah,
he's a good bloke. I've met him. He's a Cash Pro guy as well, which is great. I hear he's actually getting a 52 Skag to add to his fleet. He's looking to get into the rural market.
He is. He's in a good spot too.
Yeah, down at Logan there, and he's going to have a pretty good fleet.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Instead of, we talk about, okay, should we get a 42 deck or should we do this, and this? And, he has the luxury, he's going to have a 32 and a 52.
Yeah.
So if he could accommodate a bigger machine, I would probably urge him to get the 61.
Yeah, me too.
But, you have to be able to, you don't want to have two different setups.
No, that's it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got another one. Great podcast from Barossa Lawns and Gardens. Good to hear some Aussie content. Always good to tune in on the mower or while servicing tools in the shed. Thank you very much. I haven't gotten to service my tool in my shed yet. I haven't christened it. So, hopefully, one day we can...
Yeah. I'm doing mine now in my pocket.
It's that cold that I might almost duck into your pocket.
Pocket wanks.
Yeah. Oh, that's a new one. Pocket wanks.
Yeah.
Cry wanks, pocket wanks. I feel like I'm still a bit hungover. I had a wedding on Friday.
Did you get married again?
No, not me. It was beautiful. It was at the Instagram hotel at I think it's the Carlisle.
What the fuck is
It's crazy. I know, you should have seen the chicks everywhere taking photos. It was mental. It was beautiful though. It was awesome. I got absolutely shit-faced. So
those chicks that take photos of themselves make me cringe, eh?
they were everywhere. So it was pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird because they were in a group of about 8 or 9 and they were all just taking turns. They were all beautiful, but it was just weird watching them like take a photo, hand the phone off, take a photo, hand the phone off. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And they were outside the toilets. I was like, I'm going in for a big 12 beer diarrhea. No, it was beautiful. It was a great night, and fuck me, I ended up at the end, like there was a bar tab, but I jumped on the bourbons, and in the end they got bottles from downstairs for me. And
just for you, eh?
Yeah, just for me. They literally went downstairs and got a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Here.
Well, no one else was drinking it, so it was kind of for me. But yeah, they gave me a couple of freebies at the end, which was good.
So they should. They're fucking stingy on grog.
Oh yeah, it was like, it sounds stingy, but it was like $11 something for like a little shorty glass.
Yeah. Try not to get the prices. Just be like, nah, get us another one.
And so
try to ignore the prices. Okay, so today we're going to be sort of discussing a topic, bad habits. Now, this is a topic, we've talked about some of this stuff before.
Yeah, we've definitely breezed over.
But I think, at this time of year, it's important to sort of emphasize some of these bad habits because it's really, like we said before, it's the new financial year. It's time. This is the sort of time where it all begins again.
Yeah.
Now, the Americans, for example, when they go into their off season, they do, like they turn over so much of their gear and they are really into their pre-seasons.
Yeah.
And for some of them that do snow removal, like it's different. It's not the same as what we do.
Because some of them get a good few weeks of snow, isn't it? Like they have a lot of.
It's more than that.
If you don't do,
it'll be a quarter of a year.
Really,
3 months. Yeah.
So if you don't do snow removal, you've got a lot of fucking time to kill.
I believe that a lot of them do.
Yeah.
And the people that maybe are in the south, maybe that's a little bit more comparable to us. They're doing their mulch beds and.
Yep.
Look, I think, and I understand it. It could be similar here. Like I think firewood is pretty lucrative.
Yeah.
I think I was, just happened to. I went to a produce centre, and I saw they had bins of firewood. It was like $240 for. It was a reasonably.
Yeah. Was it like a 44-gallon drum? I
think so. Yeah. But fuck me.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad money.
Like, I would, for me personally, I'd be like, man, just go find a fucking tree.
Yeah, you got one that's fallen in the...
Cut the motherfucker down and do that shit.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind. But I know Craig Austin, he fucking gets into it. He gets into the firewood. He'd be pretty cool to talk to, I reckon. But, he definitely... has a good business happening up there.
Yeah, now back into the context of what we sort of want to get to today is that it's a time of year where you can breathe.
Yeah.
And you can sort of think a little bit outside the square and be like, okay, how can I improve? What are some of the things that I'm doing that could be potentially holding me back?
Yep.
And how can I just be, better than what I am? Yeah. Now, if you're absolutely fucking perfect, like the bearded lawnsman, you wouldn't change a thing, right?
No, of course not. No, I do everything all the time exactly the way it should be done. Yeah, like fuck I do. I definitely, I'm going to take this little quieter period. Well, it's not really quiet. I'm stressing because I've got so much mulch work to do. It's fucking not even, it's crazy.
And the reason why I like some of these topics is because they do help keep us true as well, right? Like, to teach is to learn twice.
Yeah.
Now, I don't ever want to be thought of as someone that's teaching.
Yeah.
It's just a discussion.
We're just giving everyone our experiences.
Yeah, or at least discussing it. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to be...
Yeah, I don't want anyone to think that I fucking get up in the morning, go to work and come home and everything's peachy. I'm fucking always just dressed. Not to the point where I'm like ripping my fucking beard out because I don't have any hair. But in all honesty, like this is, once you get a few people...
Can you imagine going to work and then like... You just, you had a really hard day and you come home and your wife's just like waiting for you in lingerie and she's like, oh, you've arrived. Yeah. Come and eat me.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Imagine that.
I'm always hungry when I get home. No, but I look, it is like that. That's I think staff members sometimes don't really understand how much unless they're really involved in your business.
Staff members have got no fucking idea. When they're holding that whippersnapper and they lean it up against the wall and it falls over and cracks the fucking carby casing, or when they bloody
snap a choke switch off and just whatever,
or when they do a job and they forget to spray some weeds or something like that, they got no idea the type of shit that puts on the boss.
Exactly. And they don't need to. That's their responsibility. But at the end of the day, once they clock off, they're clocked off, which is annoying. But it is what it is. But should we just start with one of the first things you have to do when you wake up is wake up on time? Yeah.
Now it's been look, for me in my business, when I was in this game, waking up was like, and we're talking about bad habits and stuff. Now, I think if you're a solo operator, this part of the conversation, because people are doing this for a lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
So schedules and stuff are not as important.
Yeah.
But like, say for me, when I even when I work for people, even right now I'm in Cash Pro.
Yeah.
If I wake up late, it fucking ruins my whole day. Like, I almost feel like scrapping the day and being like, nah, I haven't started it properly, I need to start fresh.
Yeah.
But I think having a good solid routine that works for you is, I just think it helps you get off to the best start.
Yep.
And, you know, if you're employing people and you can't get yourself up and ready for work at an appropriate time, or at least the time that you have discussed with your employees. Like when I worked for Shorey, everyone knows who Shorey, or people who follow us should know who Shorey is. You can go back to the archives and look at that episode.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I was told, okay, we got to do this, this, and this, and you know they used to want me to tuck my fucking t-shirt in and everything like that. You rock up and he's like scraping himself out of bed, wearing fucking pants that are ripped with no fly. I couldn't believe his fly. He just, something was just up with that dude and his flies. They were just never working.
Maybe he's got magnets in his toes or something.
But I always looked at it and I always just thought, you know, this is bullshit.
He's so fucking chill, hey?
Yeah. So, you know, how about you? Like, do you feel the same thing?
Look, my alarms don't change. I've got alarms set for 5:25 and 5:30, and they don't change during the week. Unless obviously there's a rain day, I'll turn them off, because if I fucking wake my wife up and I'm not going to work, she'll punch me in the face, and that's fair enough. But no, I feel like if I don't get up when my alarms go off, then I am sort of letting myself down straight away, because, you know, I'll be rushing to get out the door. I'm potentially will miss out on my morning coffee, and then then my whole day's ruined. If I miss out on that morning coffee, she's over.
Yeah.
But
and people run their businesses in different ways. Like I always ran my business to really be home by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so many people are not like that. They'll work until 5 or 6.
Well, even MG and his young fella, they work from fucking 6 till 6. They go from dusk till dawn. It's crazy. So I don't know where he gets the stamina.
Yeah. And well, I mean that's a different discussion altogether, because so the reason why I always did it, and I was always like, no, I'm going to get up at crackers every morning, start as soon as you're legally allowed to, is because if you have a breakdown during the day or something goes wrong, or you know maybe you get a headache or whatever, you've got time to make that up.
Yeah.
You know, like if you get a flat tire or you know something happens, if you've got like a finishing time of, let's say, like around 3 o'clock, you know, worst case scenario, if something happens, you can go till sundown.
Yeah.
And get your work completed, hopefully. So that was just the way that I always did it. But I just, when we're talking about bad habits and things like that, I just always had felt like I demanded my workers be where either at my house or at site at a certain time.
Yeah.
And I always felt if I fucked up, then it gave them a reason for it to be okay for them to fuck up later on.
Yeah, I feel like consistency is the key to not just your employees. I don't know, it's kind of like having kids. Yeah, kids like routine.
Yeah.
I find that like employees thrive on routine as well. The boys know
even
exactly.
my pets.
Yeah, everybody, like I thrive on routine. I know it makes life easier when you know what needs to be done on that day. So,
but there is so many exceptions. Like, it's the reason why we'll go back to Shorey. You know, him and I were like day and night apart.
Yeah,
oil and water. Like we didn't mix business wise because. You know, like I needed structure and routine.
Yeah.
And he's not that dude.
No.
You know what I mean? Like he is just like he's flowing through life with the wind.
Super chilled.
You know, so
awesome.
You know, it's another one of these horses for courses.
Yeah. Everybody can do their thing different. This is just how we rock and roll. But I do like it, and I think the boys like it as well. I don't really I don't know. Sometimes even like they've got their start time, and I'll be sitting in my truck waiting for them to pick the rig up, and I'll be like, I'm fucking watching you as they're getting into the car, like just texting them and stuff. So
yeah, and it's one of those things too. Like I know, you know, because obviously, and we've talked about Rusty. We should get Rusty on the show one day.
Yeah,
right?
we should.
Even though it could be awkward for me, but like he is never on time.
No.
And I've always been that guy that like if I was told to be somewhere at 6:30, I'd be there at 6:15.
Yeah, me too.
And that's just how I've always been. I like to be prepared, you know, punctual, on time, all those things.
Yeah.
Some people it just doesn't work that way.
No.
But
And that's what I was having that discussion with my wife. She's like, see, we're always here early. We were at the wedding. We were there early. I'm like, yeah, but fucking, I don't want to be, like, I can't be late. It gives me anxiety. I don't want to be late to an event or a job or a fucking interview or a quote or anything like that. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I like to be there.
Well, I'm going to give you a quick example of, like, say, events. So this is obviously not work related. Events, I'm sick of being on time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like we had I can't even remember what it was for. It must have been for my niece's birthday. We're all going around my mum's house, and it's crazy with all the little kids.
Yeah.
You know, like because myself, my brother, and my sister, we all have young kids, so it's just fucking mental. And we had to be there at 4, and like I wasn't ready yet, and I said to Vicky, nah, fuck it, we'll just leave home around 4, get there, you know, whatever. And my mum is very much like me, like, you know, hey Ben, you're late. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm not late, I just don't fucking want to be here. You know, so you know, maybe that crosses over in people's work lives.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck this, I don't care. But I think if you're the boss,
Yeah.
you know, and you've got guys,
yeah,
or girls, whatever, you know, if we have to be politically correct in 2022, it's good to set that example.
Yeah, I do like it. But fuck, turning up late, I don't know. It does actually give me a bit of anxiety. When I think about it right now, I'm like, oh shit, I do get a bit anxious when I'm running late, and I fucking start panic driving, like, get out of my fucking way.
So one thing that I've also found as well, because this was happening at the tail end of Greenscape Solutions, was when I'd go to the village and, you know, I told the boys, hey guys, I'm coming in today, but like, don't expect me at any, like I'll sort of be there in the morning,
yeah,
but like go about your day, you know, like just go about your day, I'll be there, you know, when I'm there.
Yeah.
And I always found that they weren't like necessarily going about their day. They'd be kind of waiting around for me a little bit.
Yeah.
They'd be pottering and doing little bits and pieces, but it wasn't the same as if I was there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
They rock up at 6:30 and it's like, hey boys, grab this, get, you know.
Yeah, I just don't get
like
that.
and I always found it was kind of like dead time then,
Yeah.
unless I was there, you know, beforehand.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a reflection of you know, like if I had laid down the law and said, guys, if I fucking rock up here and use to sit in the shed,
Yeah.
you know, I never did those things.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like when people are sitting down when they're supposed to be fucking getting paid, like.
Or eating a fucking bowl.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Crank out a bowl of Wheat Bix at 5 to 7 on site, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
It destroys me. I'm like, what's going on here? Like.
And he looks at me and he's like, how's it any different for you having a cigarette and a coffee? And it's like, dude.
Yeah. I'm paying the bills.
Well, it wasn't even about that. It's just like, you know, you're supposed to be doing our pre-starts, fueling machines.
Yeah, fucking does my head in. Like it's one thing to have breakfast, but to sit down and fucking make breakfast and then eat it, like I don't fucking eat till like.
I mean, I've seen DJ do it.
Oh yeah,
and it's not the same there but like I've seen him get to the village, do like the morning jobs,
yeah,
and then sit down with like sausages and rice at like 7:15 and just have like full man feeding.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what is like? Are you gonna take another break later on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna last till you go home? Like you're having your break now, Yeah, I don't get it, man. But I got Will. He'll fucking roll out 2 hot dogs, and he'll just eat all the way to site. He'll jump in the car and be like, "Hey, man," you're like, "What the fuck is this, man?" It's like leftovers.
I'd need a little nap after that.
So would I. I don't know how the fuck he does it. He ate fucking 4 bananas the other morning. I'm like, do you ever want to shit again? Like, bananas are supposed to like bung you up, dude.
I remember, now we're going way over. We're going way over on this topic.
Yeah.
But I remember me and my mates, we used to go surfing and we used to meet at like, say, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was the type of thing, like, if you weren't there, like, say if you were meeting at 4 o'clock, if you weren't there by 4:05, the car was leaving.
Yeah.
You know, you'd fucking miss out for the day. And, you know, we sort of had one dude that I guess he liked to drive.
Yeah.
I was like, we would either be on the piss or you know, like up late fucking. So, you know, it was always pretty like, you know, a bit of a drag for me. Like I never wanted to operate a vehicle.
I don't think many.
I was always, you know, like, hey, let's get there early, blah. No fucking around. Strap the boards on, straight through the drive-through, get some coffee, boom, you're in the waves. I'll never forget, like, this other dude, you know, that started coming with us. He's, you know, wanted to drive one day or whatever. We've all rocked up on time, and he's fucking legit cooking snags over the stove while we're like, he's like, oh, I'll just be like 15-20 minutes, and we're just like, are you fucking serious? We're fucking leaving. And this is not in a work environment.
No,
this is recreational.
Catch you later.
You know, so I guess other people are wired.
Yeah.
That sort of, you know.
People are like, I don't know, maybe it's once you have kids.
Well, there ain't no kids present at this time.
No, well, that's true. No. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, some people must just be wired differently just to fucking put the brakes on when they really feel like it.
Or they just don't consider other people's timing.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. I mean, I know at that time I was like, why the fuck didn't you just tell me to rock up at 4:30, you dog?
I got an extra.
I've been here since fucking 10 to 4, mate. Oh. And you're just fucking scraping yourself out of bed.
Was he at least cooking enough fucking sausages for everyone?
No, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if we were like, oh, can we have one? Maybe, yeah. But it was just like, I don't know. I just saw it as being...
That's a fucking true 20-year-old meal to cook in the morning, eh? Just fucking cooking sausages. I remember one night waking up in front of my stove, and I was so drunk that I fell asleep with a gas stove going, and gas oven, I should say, and it had fucking toasted sandwiches, and they'd shrunk. You know how when you were a kid, you used to get like chip packets and shit, and you could shrink them down?
Yeah.
These pieces of bread fucking turned into the size of like half a playing card. Yeah, it nearly died that night. That was an exciting time. But talking about like people's, you know, bad habits, I think expectations also rolls into this, and what your expectations are of staff and what staff's expectations are of you. And I think, you know, in regards to the meal times and shit like that, I guess if people feel like they will operate better with breakfast, I can fully understand that. Whether people start taking the piss out of it and have 2 fucking, you know, hour-long breakfasts, or an hour-long breakfast, an hour-long lunch, it kind of is one of those things that you have to set those expectations.
Yeah, I mean, look, when we were on the road, you know, doing say 10, 15 road jobs a day or whatever, you know, we had meal times like
10 o'clock.
Yeah, around 10ish. Now sometimes we would change it, just be like, "Fuck, are you hungry now?" Or you know, and you might actually eat lunch at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, or if there's a mad smoko place, like we fucking found the best smoko place, and if we're going past, we're stopping. So
yeah. So we kind of we did change that stuff on the fly, and you know we had routines like I would group areas, so it'd be like hit one suburb, okay, it's time to eat, then we need to drive a little bit to the next suburb, and sometimes we'd eat in the car, or I think we always ate in the car, to be honest.
Yeah, we
it's been a while since I sort of lived that life, just because we did so much site work afterward.
Yeah.
But you know, like it always, and if guys were bringing their own food, it wouldn't bother me if they wanted to eat at a different time than me, but you just couldn't have a lunch break for them and have a lunch break for me.
Yeah, I fucked them up the other day because I knew there was like the impending rain bomb coming, so I swapped out Thursdays and chucked it on Wednesday, and then we did mulching on Thursday. So on Wednesday, the boys all rocked up with these mad feeds, and I'm like, oh, we're going to get pork and gravy rolls, boys.
Yeah.
And no one ate their lunch. Everyone got pork and gravy rolls.
I could go pork and gravy roll right now.
Fuck, me too. I normally get a sprinkle in of cheese. I'll take you to me corner. I think it's called the Chef's Corner at Lytton or Hemet, something like that.
Oh yeah, we're in Hemet now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's down the road.
So what else have we got in terms of bad habits, pal?
Oh look, well, expectations again is a big one. I think sort of setting boundaries with your staff is another big one.
Touchy ones, or
yeah, all them boundaries, touchy feelings ones. I don't know. I feel like when you become a boss, then you are kind of open to being all of the things that like a mum or a dad might be as well. Not to the extremes. Well, not in the cases that I've had. I know that you've been dad for a bit.
Yeah, look, I know what you mean in terms of setting boundaries, and it can be really hard. Like I know, let's just take smoking for example.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's been a while since I've had workers that smoked, but when I did have workers that smoked, I always found it really hard because it was like, all right, we have a cigarette on the way to the job. We now, when you're in the residential game and you're mowing, say in today's day, your $60 and $70 lawns,
yeah,
then there should be no, you know, you have a cigarette on the way to the job, you do the job, and once you're finished, then you have a cigarette on the way to the next job.
Yeah,
very rarely would it, you know, when you're doing that type of work, would it be like, oh yeah, take 2 minutes out to have a cigarette.
Yeah.
With site work, the way that I always did it was, and I incorporated it into drink breaks for the guys that didn't smoke. And I think you guys had something similar. Like if we had like a couple of hours of hedging, it's like, all right, fill up your hedger. When you run out of fuel, fill it up, take a 2 minute drink break.
Yeah.
And that's when I would have my cigarette. And that's when I would tell people that smoked underneath me, that's when you have a cigarette break. Don't put your hedger down when it's still got fuel and have a cigarette break, because it's not acceptable.
You slow down, you lose your mojo, then you're literally gonna start the machine, go for another 20 minutes, you're gonna run out of fuel, then you're gonna be walking back anyway. You probably have another cigarette and another.
And there was way more issues around it anyway. It was more, you know, smoking around clients. We didn't want that. We didn't, you know, want to walk through sites having a cigarette.
Yeah.
Even in places where you could smoke.
Yeah.
You know, retirement village is completely different.
Yeah.
You know, there's designated areas, or you go to your vehicle.
Yeah.
It was hard for me as a boss to, you know, because sometimes I'd get a phone call. And sometimes it's like, okay, well, I'm on the phone. I know I'm going to be on the phone for 5 minutes. I'll quickly have a cigarette. And then you're like, well, you got to set an example for your workers.
Yeah.
They can't see you lighten up whenever you want.
Yeah.
You got to have some discipline. So that was something that I always found really hard, but something that I always was pretty disciplined.
Yeah. Well, you set another one, setting a good example. That's huge. I feel like transitioning from being on the tools full time into sort of managing part time and letting the boy, like just sort of letting go of my business a little bit to give the boys more responsibility. Like I still find myself wanting to go on site and at least work for a couple of hours and then I can leave. But realistically, those jobs aren't quoted for me to do that. But I know business-wise, it's probably a good idea that I'm there. Like, I don't know. I know they can handle it, but I feel like from the client's point of view, they're, I think, thinking, oh, well, we pay this guy to do it, not these guys to do it. So
yeah, look, I know what you mean about all of that stuff, and that was, you know, that was another thing that, I mean, I struggled with as my business was growing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be there. That was something that I felt tremendous guilt about. And I remember, I can only really go back to times when I, you know, had a brief stint with, say, Shorey or Tyson. And I'll never forget, like, I always remember they'd set you up for the day and I wouldn't necessarily say it. And I'd be thinking like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I always had to sit back and say to myself, it's none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
Like, whether they're staying at home quoting, whether they're going to pick up materials, whether they're actually going out to do a quote, it's none of your business.
Yeah, well, that's it is none of their business realistically, but I feel like we're kind of part of a team, and I always say to the boys, now, this is for you guys today. I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to go and do a quote. I'm going to service this. I'm going to fucking go and pick this up, blah, blah, blah. One of the first days that I actually wasn't on the tools, I was at home servicing all my equipment. And, you know, like when you get everything out that they didn't have on board and you're like, fuck, that's a lot of shit. This is going to take me a while. I went upstairs and I said to Lou, I was like, oh, do you want to have a coffee? And we had a coffee together. I was sitting there, I was like, fuck, I got to power this down. It was like a guilty coffee. I was like, why am I feeling so guilty? Like I shouldn't.
Oh, you should see my life in Catch Pro now, especially because, yeah, and it's tough being winter as well. Like it gets dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So the kids go inside and, you know, they're having baths and stuff. A lot of the times I just come straight back to my desk and I just work. And some people, you know, might think that's really sad, but like because I haven't gone hard from 7 till 3, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It means like, you know, I can get, you know, my typical day now is, I won't say typical day, but I'm in a situation now where I can wake up, me and Vicky, we punch out all the orders.
Yep.
We look at the paperwork and we might be like, do you want to go out for bacon and eggs? You know, because I don't have to get back to anything immediately.
That's cool.
And it messes with me a little bit.
Does it?
It does. It messes with me. You know, I've struggled a lot.
Yeah.
But,
well, see, we've got...
So on the other side of that, if orders come in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, let's say 3 Catch Pros, I'll build them up and you know, that's at 3 hours work.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 8 or 9 o'clock at night by the time I've finished boxing them up and get the shipping labels. And Vicky always comes down, she's like, why are you doing that? You can do that in the morning. And it's just like, well, the orders are here now. Like, I don't feel like I can go to sleep unless I know I've got that fixed up.
Yep.
And whatever comes through in the middle of the night or before 10 a.m., then I do that in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me. But in the lawn mowing game, you know, I think it is one of those things like, you know, if you... Like, I know Tyson, you know, he might go and throw the rod in the water for 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
You know, because he has a meeting at a body corporate building at, you know, 5:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, otherwise I'll just be working non-stop.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So,
yeah, there has to be a point where I kind of let go of that guilt and be like, you know, this is the next step, is sort of letting go and letting the boys take care of the hard yakka. And, you know, obviously I'm still going to get in. Like, even the other day I had we were mulching and I just stayed the whole day. I wasn't even quoted to be there, but I felt like it's nice because it's relatively new still. The village is quite new to me still.
And you get to hang out with the boys, you know?
Get to hang out with the boys, that
was always one of the things, like, I loved it when we had, like, mulching or turf jobs or something.
Yeah.
Instead of running these loud machines and, you know, you could be with the boys and be like, fuck yeah, let's do some work, eh?
Yeah. And it's good. I love, like, the finished, like, mulching job is just like, yeah, very good. Looks good. Feels good.
Yes, very good.
Tastes good. I saw someone posted on LMCA the other day. I've been in the lawn mowing industry for 20-something years, and I've never heard the phrase "bipper dipper." Where the fuck did it come from?
Yeah. And
some people credited me, but it wasn't me. That's your story.
Yeah. Well, it's our story, BJ.
Together.
Yeah. Look, I would totally understand if no one had ever heard that term. That was just, you know, something that happened to us. And
isn't it funny?
Even though we shared it in our circles.
Yeah.
It wasn't until, you know, either the podcast or social media or something like that that shit like that gets out.
Is it weird? Like, we should get some of our own hashtags, like hashtag cry wank. What was the other one? Sad wank or pocket wank?
Yeah. We'll leave the hashtag wanks out of it, I think.
Okay, fair enough. That might not get us the right algorithms.
Yeah. Well, speaking of algorithms, don't forget to get amongst Bad Workwear. They got a bunch of new jackets out. Speaking of humongous, he was digging the Sherpa.
Oh yeah, Rusty showed that thing off, didn't he? Fucking
yeah, Rusty come in, man, looking like a pimp, head to toe. Bad Workwear. I don't think he had the undies on, but he had hat, sunnies, shirt, jacket, jeans,
the works. He's too fucking good looking. What's going on?
I've got everything, honestly. Like, I wear all their bamboo socks.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to, you know, if you're getting a piece, you see like, fuck yeah, let's add a 3-pack of socks.
Yeah, well, probably one of my jobs at Savo is to do up an order. I got the boys' sizes last week. I was just waiting for Friday to click over. But then yesterday I was hungover as fuck, so I didn't get a chance to do it.
And I got the undies as well.
So are they comfy?
They are, like, I've never worn bamboo underwear before.
Oh, yeah, man.
It is very soft.
Can I feel them?
I don't have them on right now.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know, I guess this is a little bit embarrassing. I still wear actual undies, like not like a boxer or
okay.
Yeah, they call it a brief?
Yeah, like a
boy leg.
Yeah.
That's not what
No, that's the one. That's the chick one with the arse cheeks hanging out.
Yeah, no.
They're the ones I wear.
So they don't have like a traditional style, like it's like your boxer shorts.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I just converted. Maybe it's because I'm a dad now.
It's because you had a pool and you're always in DT, so you felt comfy.
Yeah. So, but I tell you, they are soft. The first thing I did when I put them on was I went over to Vicky and I pulled my pants down. I was like, touch me. Because it was just so soft.
It was just so soft.
Yeah, so, and even after you wash them, you know, I was sort of thinking like, I know we're going on here about the Bad Workwear undies, but, yeah, like even I sort of was thinking like, oh, you put these through the wash a few times and they'll lose their softness.
Yeah.
But mate, they're pretty soft still.
Good.
Right? So, trial them out. Don't forget to use the code SKULL to save 10%. End of financial year is over.
Yeah.
But you could still get some awesome flow.
And if you were lucky enough to, use our code before financial year and tried to stack codes, let us know if that worked.
Yeah, it'd be good to, originally we pre-shot something,
fucking audio.
Didn't make it to air.
Fucking audio, mate, again.
So, speaking of stacking codes, also trade tools.
Oh, yeah.
They got like up to 40% off Renegade tools.
Yeah, and they have all track boxes and shit like that. So I've been looking into those because I want to make the most of my little truck, put some storage underneath. But yeah, hey, speaking about trucks, can you get through a fucking drive-through, Benny?
I'm saying yes.
Hey, Benny's saying yes, I can get through a drive-through, people out there.
I got a Ram truck and I can get through.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about your Ram truck anymore. I got a real truck. Nah.
That's not a real truck.
That's a real truck.
Do you want to have a crash?
A truck off?
Yeah.
Get trucked, mate.
Yeah.
But no, definitely go and check out Trade Tools, all their Renegade boxes. Everything's like 40% off or something, isn't it? Or up to 40%?
Yeah, I've been taking a good look at like all of their sort of, just sockets and spanners.
Yeah.
And it's good to have like, the box sets.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can buy some truck boxes and then fill them with sockets and all that sort of stuff. Just buy random
Hell
shit.
yeah, you can.
Because that's what I want to do.
Now, we don't have a code for you guys yet.
Fingers crossed.
We need help. We need the public, we need our audience to speak up and be like, hell yeah, we want a code.
Yeah.
We're going to hassle them. Now, the code, I just think, will be excellent for our audience.
Yeah, I think it will work.
I'd love to give our listeners incentives to go and buy some of these things.
Yeah. I mean, in your business, you're going to buy a lot of shit anyway. How much better is it when there's a little bit of chinga back in your pocket?
Absolutely. So, get onto tradetools.com.au, take a look at their range. If you do make an online purchase, hopefully there's a spot on the form where you can say, hey, I've heard about this from the Skull Sessions.
Yeah.
And get something going. Look, what I'm actually hoping to do is giveaways as well, guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, whether it's like a snap bar wrench or whatever it is, I'd like to get that partnership going better with Trade Tools where we can give away something once a month.
That'd be once a month would be sick. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be really cool. And if you guys purchase anything from Trade Tools or Bad Workwear, make sure you throw it up on your socials, tag us, tag them so they know that you guys are actually listening. And yeah, it'll help us out.
Yeah.
Fucking agree with me.
Is that sorry? I just was letting you take. Is that the first time we've ever had dead air on the podcast?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was silently farting. Smell it, Ben.
So, look, I heard you mention something before about expectations.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if this really falls into the bad habits or whatever, but you talked about boundaries.
Yeah.
What sort of boundaries do you mean when we're talking about, let's say, employer versus employee, or even for solo? I guess it's not, customer boundaries maybe?
There's all sorts of boundaries. There's times when, not the guys I have now, in the past I've had people who work for me try and tell me how to do things, try and tell me how to run my business, how I should run my business. They had no experience in saying that. They had no fucking right to tell me what I should be doing with my business. So I think there's some boundaries. There's tons, like overstepping your mark with your customers. I think there's always going to be friendships, and I know that some people become the greatest of friends with their customers, which I have as well. But there are like boundaries where you kind of, maybe when you're starting, you got to find them. And
you know what I found hard, and I'm not relating any of this to any business that I've done, let's say in the last 3 years, because I've had DJ and Russell who are my age.
Yeah.
They're more mature than the people that I was hiring before.
Yeah.
Now, yes, they do. Everyone is fucked in their own way. But one thing that I found so hard was being politically correct.
Oh, really?
So, I had a worker once, and we were having some sort of, it was a discussion, it wasn't an argument. It was an altercation of some sort. But, and I called him a dickhead.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't call me that. And I'm thinking like, are you fucking serious? And then, and that was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, in today's world, where we are so fucking politically correct, and you have to be careful of everything that you say, is it something that you're aware of? Or
It
is it
is.
something, I know you've got workers too who are cool.
I do, and I don't have to. I don't know. I don't have to pull myself back from like saying stop being such a dickhead or something like that.
But like, can you understand, like, if you were hiring, say, someone new?
Dude, when I'm hiring someone new, 3 months into after hiring them, it's a completely different relationship.
You've already caressed their butt.
Yeah.
Smothered them with like a cuddle.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, if BJ wants a cuddle, you have no option but to.
You don't fucking say no.
You have no option but to do it, because if he starts overpowering you, it's worse.
The cuddle gets stronger and longer. No, but seriously, I don't know, the interactions I have, like I do try and make sure, there's one thing I've always tried to make sure with all the boys is to make sure that they're okay. I always, if I notice something's a little bit off, I always ask them, is everything okay? Because sometimes shit's just fucked. And sometimes, in a work day, like we know when you're on the tools, when you're out on the street fucking doing jobs, pretty much the person sitting next to you is the person you're going to see the most that day. And
pretty well, yeah.
So, it's a good opportunity to see if someone's okay and just be
like I said, like, I've had workers, when me and Rusty were on the road, and I've had others, you're with them more than you're with your wives.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
You're locked in a car with them. You're eating with them.
Yeah.
And you have certain discussions. Sometimes they get deep.
Yep. Yeah, they do. Especially when you're just with one other person. When there's a third person in there, they get a bit more laxed. They're not like fully in-depth conversations. But
I sort of feel, knowing what I know now, when you're talking about boundaries and stuff like that, I never set any boundaries.
Yeah.
But knowing what I know now and going through the shit that I have been through with workers, I probably would have set some of those boundaries.
Yeah.
And being like, if you got trouble at home or whatever, I don't really want to fucking hear about it.
Yeah.
Because then, from an employer standpoint, when that person is, not pulling their weight, it's way harder to just be like, don't bring that shit to work.
Yeah.
Or, it's not our problem at work. Like, we've got 8 hours, let's do our work, then you get back to your shit life.
Yeah.
I know how hard that sounds. I know exactly how harsh that sounds. But when it comes to a time where you have to fire that person, because let's face it, like, how many people have had workers for the whole existence of their business, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So firing people is really going to be a regular part of a small business environment.
Yeah.
It's way harder to fire that person if you know how badly it's going to fuck them up.
Yeah. So much worse.
And I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
And I've always been fair and said, like, hey, I don't really think this is working, and I'm at the point where I don't want to work with you anymore.
Yeah.
And I know your situation, so I want to give you a chance, make it work, and it doesn't work, and you have to fire them.
Yeah.
And it's fucked. It doesn't make you feel good in any way.
No, firing someone, unless they've done something fucked up, like something stupid, unsafe, whatever, it's never going to be an easy thing. But I do know what you mean. Like, I get too involved in people's backstories. It's not just like, I don't know, it's kind of out of necessity too. Like, I want to know where their headspace is. I want to know if they think like me, if they have the same sort of feelings as me, if they, it's more for my benefit than theirs. I want to know who I'm fucking dealing with.
I think one thing too that's really important, which I've been a huge culprit of, is not sharing. Don't share too much of your own self with your guys.
Yeah.
Don't talk about tax issues. If you're having tax, these are things that I've done, and people have tried to hold it against me. you know, when obviously the relationship is fizzled out.
Yeah.
And, you know, quoting, you know, all of your business strategies, it's not a good idea to share that with your employees.
No.
You know, I've had, say, 3 or 4 employees that have gone on to own their own businesses.
Yeah.
And I've always given them my blessing in one way or another. And I think sometimes when you're teaching them, you know, you're adding fuel to that fire, and they can be like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Yeah.
And it's good to let them go and do it if that's what they truly, because you're never going to keep anyone there.
That's exactly right.
But I think if you reveal too much, sometimes they go away too quick or too early, and all you end up doing is wasting 2 to 3 years on someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I always worry about that. Like, I'll, you know, train someone up to be, you know, right hand man, and then all of a sudden they feel like they're ready to rock and roll on their own thing. 100% give them my blessings, but at the same time,
and you got to think,
suck.
It's one thing to train someone up on the tools. It's one thing to make them think like a right hand man, but if you're giving away all your business strategies and really grooming that person, it's inevitable that they're going to be like, well, why the fuck would I do it with this guy?
Yeah.
I just do it for myself. And I think sometimes as small business owners, we just need to keep some of that shit private.
Yeah, especially quoting and stuff like that.
And I think that's where the boundaries, you know, topic comes up as, you know, a relative topic. I'm sure that there would be other people going through this.
Oh yeah, I definitely. Well, even Luke from Silverstone over there in WA, I know that like he mentioned that his right hander, he does some quoting and stuff for him. So that's a lot of trust. But obviously that guy, you know, has a lot of respect for Luke, and they work well together. They've got a good thing going. But I guess on the smaller scale, like Luke's got plenty of guys, and on the smaller scale, you train someone up, you let them in on all your fucking secrets. Not only, you know, this is not a reflection of anyone in particular, but like, if they're gonna steal, if they're gonna walk away and start their own business, why wouldn't they start with some of your bigger customers? If they know that what you quoted, when you quoted, and how you work, they know the job, it's comfortable to them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just who I am, but like,
I mean, that's happened to you.
It has happened to me, but like, I've worked for people before. Let's say Tyson Shorey, who at the time had huge businesses, and I was a very impressionable person back then.
Yeah.
And I think it was inevitable that, I mean, I was only stopping by in those roles. I always had a business. I was only ever working 2 days.
Yeah.
But never once did I ever think of poaching any of their major clients.
Yeah.
Like, I used to get praised, because Shorey was not good at maintenance.
Yeah.
And I used to get praised at these $1 million properties, and they're like, you know, geez, Ben, if you weren't around, we wouldn't have Shorey, you know, like we wouldn't, you know, and never did I once ever think, like, I'm going to start my own business and just take this client because I'm doing everything anyway.
Yeah.
I guess it comes down to who you are. But
well, that's it. Or who you have in your seat next year. Like I said, it happened to you. And that was not like a $60 lawn. That was a big site. So
75,000, or I don't know, it might have been more. I don't know what it was. I mean, it was, I don't even want to think about it. So let's just briefly touch on these, like that, we sort of talked a little bit about boundaries, but expectations, you know, with bad habits. We talked a little bit about getting up early, and, you know, what about like, you know, employee expectations of, you know, how to treat equipment, how to treat the vehicle. Like, I know when I was young, I never thought about any of this.
Yep.
And, you know, one thing that I, you know, as I got a little bit older and I, you know, had a little bit more pride, I remember boys that would take my vehicle out and, you know, they bring it back and, you know, go off for the day, and you have a look through the vehicle and there's fucking food wrappers, you know, everything's just unorganized, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think employee expectations. Now, I think if you live like a slob,
Yeah.
and work car is hard, man.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I'm guilty of having a pretty rough car. I will admit my truck gets treated like a baby now, but my work car. So when we were really,
But you wouldn't leave like food in there overnight.
nah, not food and stuff like that. I might accidentally leave my coffee cup or
No,
like
yeah,
an empty
so-
bottle or something like that, but not food.
I tell you who was great at keeping me in line was Rusty.
Oh yeah, I can
Like
imagine.
he would get out of the car and everything that he used or touched or anything that was his for the day, he took with him.
Yeah.
To the point where I actually had to tell him to stop.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be quicker for me to do it at the end of the day
Yeah.
than it was for him. But, you know, if you got guys that are just fucking creating more work for you or completely abusing the trust or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the zero turns. You know, workers that use the zero turns and they finish a big job and don't fill it up afterwards and
Well, I had someone do the 40 acres and I had to fucking spend like 45 minutes hosing the decks off because it was wet and there was about 4 inches of mud caked on it and I hadn't gone back to site for 2 days, so I'd set on it as well. It wasn't, so it was fucking,
that shit sets like fucking glue.
yeah, it is like concrete, that shit. You can literally fucking chip it off. But just things like that, it's a bit annoying, especially because like it's not cheap. It's not cheap to run a business. So it's a bit of a fucking annoyance when you have to go and clean up after the other people.
Can I bring up like a little pet peeve? I know that, people probably think like, this is a bit ridiculous, but like you guys have always had uniforms, right?
Yes and no. Like we do. The boys all wear high vis, but I've given them a few shirts, and whether they wear them or not is up to them. But normally, like in winter, they'll wear their own things like long sleeves and shit like that. I didn't supply those.
No, I just remember like I had an employee. I guess it only happened in the winter time, but like we've always had shirts. We always had Greenscape Solutions shirts. And then I did get the boys hoodies at some point or whatever. But I remember I had like one worker who came on and he didn't have a work hoodie yet, and he'd wear this fucking bright red parka. And I just always remember thinking like it was just way out of left field. Like it just didn't fit in with anything we were doing, and obviously you only wear it for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those things where I just remember thinking like why are you fucking wearing that? At least put like a black jacket on,
yeah,
or black, and it's weird too because it was just this bright red thing, right? But like if it was orange or yellow, like they're your high vis generic colors, like it'd probably be fully acceptable because people wear that all the time. But like, what about
well, it's strange because it sounds like you already had expectations of what you wanted them to wear by giving all the other boys a certain uniform, and he, even though he rocked up late to the piece, he's like,
I can't remember if he had one or not,
and he just didn't wear it.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was the case or
like,
exactly what the case was.
Fuck you, I want to stand out.
Yeah, I just remember thinking like, we had two truck, like I had like a Hilux and I remember all my rig was green. Like my trailer was all green.
Yeah.
And even my accessories, like my bin and my pan and everything, like they were all green. Then we had like a black rig.
Yeah.
Black trailer, they had black pan, black, stuff like that. And that was kind of how we differentiated
all the stuff.
And then, we all had our shirts and we were all sort of wearing like, cacs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, it's just this fucking bright red flamingo. Fucking like, I'm here.
Fucking macaw. It's weird.
And it's just, it's interesting to see how people think, like, do they have their workers just you know.
I have come to the realisation that now I actually need to put these boys in like kind of matchy. So I'm going to get them all high vis, long and short sleeve. I'm just going to get them bad stuff. So it's
easy.
Yeah, and it's pretty cheap. Like I worked it out with the 10% code that we've got. It works out like $13 a shirt or something, $13.50.
And because the code is yours, you actually you'll
like
actually make $1 back or something.
A little bit of chinga back in the pocket.
Yeah. So I mean now I don't have Catch Pro uniforms.
You should.
Even when I go to business meetings and stuff, I'll just wear a Benny Hoover or a bad shirt.
Yeah. Are we letting the people down not having Skull Sessions merch?
Probably, but and we've had some demand.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll get there one day and
we'll do a bunch of pre-orders and we'll disappear.
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, just invest.
All right. So, what else do you have, pal? Like, I think I'm sort of getting to the end of it.
We've pretty much covered a lot of it. I think especially, another thing that I did think of is in regards to paying your staff. I think at the start of their employment, you have to give them like a payday. I think having a payday, that means that, they know when it's coming. I feel like the more security you can give them, I don't know anyone who does it, but I know that, people sometimes have like random paydays, like, oh, I got paid this job. I know for me, being a fucking contractor, people don't. I have some businesses that are spot on. They pay all the time. I even have some customers, like random residentials. They'll pay on time, on the same day, all the time. But then I've got some big ones that are just like, hey, fuck it. We'll bank up 4 invoices and then we'll pay them. And
Yeah, I think if you're employing people, you need, like in terms of payroll, it needs to be structured.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know why, but for me, like I've just always done the pays on a Thursday, mostly because I didn't want to have that responsibility on a Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe at some points we had them on a Wednesday or whatever. But yeah, I think if you've got multiple employees, treat them all the same.
Yep.
I know for me, I would have, like I've had employees before and I'm like, okay, you get your pay on a Thursday. And for me, my expectation was as long as I get that done by midnight, I lived up to my agreement.
Yeah.
And, like I had a rhythm where I was, doing my paperwork in the afternoons and I would do the transfers by 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yep.
And so by 7 o'clock or whatever, the workers might have their money.
Yep.
And, I guess I had gotten to a point where maybe I wasn't doing it till later on at night and I was getting texts and they're like, where's my fucking pay? I'm like, it's still fucking Thursday, all right?
Yeah.
I've got until midnight to make that payment. Like, payday is on a Thursday, but you might not see your pay till a Friday.
Yeah.
Clicking over at midnight.
Down, fucking.
So, like I don't, like, I used to have guys that would be like, oh, hey, can I have $20 on my pay? Or I think it's really important to just not do that.
Fuck no, yeah.
It creates that stigma, like, hey, here's my little kiddie bank, and it's okay to do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes during smokos, if you're going through a drive-through, it's easier to just be like, hey, I'll just pay for this and I'll take it out of your pay.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But like, it actually got to a point where I had a worker who didn't bring his wallet to work. Oh. He just relied on me to buy every meal. And it would always be deducted from his pay.
Yeah.
But,
But then the responsibility is on you to fucking remember to take it out of his pay.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. Like, I think, workers need to understand this is your money.
Yeah.
And you need to be responsible with it. And if you fuck up, I'm not here to bail you out.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, I have had some situations where, someone will come to me, a worker might come to me and say, I have a really important bill that only comes out once a month. May I have my pay a little bit earlier?
Yeah.
Or half my pay on a Monday or whatever.
Yep.
And so there will be times where I'll make an exception. It would never be something that I've enjoyed doing or that I liked doing or that I would, encourage. But I think, look, man, I think that this is a pretty good topic.
Yeah.
And I think if you're paying people, there needs to be a structure and a routine. And I think you've got to be, I don't think there can be a lot of leniency in terms of, hey, can I have, an advance or...
Yeah, we're not the bank. We're here to pay you for what you've done. That's why my payroll's on a Friday, because what if you get paid on a Thursday and then you don't come in Friday and you've just got an extra day in the bank?
That is something that has happened to me a lot of times.
Yeah.
I just roll it over.
Yeah, I know.
And it depends on the situation too. Like, like I said, I've never really done sick days before.
No.
I've never made it. Like, if I know that someone's genuinely sick, they get paid. If they can't be fucked coming in on a Friday and, whatever the case is, rudder.
Yeah.
Well, that's on them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, my payroll's on a Friday. It'll get done Friday afternoon as soon as I roll in home. I'll give Lou the thumbs up. She'll put through all the pays, and then they're all done. It's out of our hands for the weekend. And
so, do the pays clear straight away, or do they not get them till Monday?
No, it's normally pretty quick.
Because it would have to clear.
It's not like it used to be.
No, it is very different. Instant transfers these days.
All of them are pretty much instantaneous.
Yeah, okay. Because it never, for years it was never like that.
Yeah.
But I remember working for people briefly here and there, and thinking like, where's my pay? I would never ask on the day.
No.
But, like any time I got paid late, if I was expecting my pay on a Wednesday and I didn't get it till Thursday after or whatever, I always just thought it was fucking piss poor.
So bad, yeah.
So now I'm on the other side of it, or at least I was on the other side of it, and I was always very like, and it wouldn't matter what I was going through, the boys' pays were the first thing that I did.
Yeah.
Like
it's the same with us.
It had been a while. I don't think I had really experienced any hardship in the last, say, 5 or 10 years. But in the early days, when we were doing it really tough, no matter what the situation was, my employees always got paid first.
Yeah, that's it.
And, if we had a bad week or, whatever it was, I copped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. There's been some weeks when I was having that transitional period and ended up having too many staff just from different circumstances. The money got pretty tight. The money got really tight, and we were dipping into savings to make sure everyone was getting paid. So obviously I was trying to make it work because I didn't want to fire. Well, I didn't fire this person. I just didn't have the work for them, which sucked. But it is what it is. And
due to circumstances, though.
Yeah, it wasn't my fucking circumstances. They were set up to sort of run the fucking business, but yeah,
due to DUI got in the way.
Yeah, so that fucked everything. But it is what it is. It's done now, and hopefully, people learn their lesson.
That's it. Don't drink and drive, you're a bloody idiot. All right, time to put a bow on this one. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Thursday for another great episode, hopefully.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Don't know yet.
Let's roll the sex dice and figure it out.
Until then, I am at CatchPro. He is at TBL, and we are out of time.
Peace.